Please enjoy. Please.
Ensalada también, por favor.
That's not it. Okay. Quiz time. Let me see.
There's still more coming.
Oh, this one. Okay. I can smell the pizza somehow.
Yeah, they don't make good pizza in China. I'm sorry. That's the only thing the Chinese don't make well.
We got dim sum gesho. It's okay. It's our pizza. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Last quiz for Abhidharma for this term. Okay, let's go. Question number 1. Why do we call the sense organs of eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body the basis of their respective consciousness? It's a simple reason. Why do they act as the base?
It's personal and unique, or what my notes say.
Yeah, that's for the next question. It's a
Oh.
correct answer, not for this one. Xiaoping, help me out. Oh, we didn't talk about it yet.
We use their name to name the thing it's resting on. No, that's just what happens. Never mind.
That's for next question too. Now you are exposing my next question. Okay, let me show you the answer. Because if anything changed to the clarity of the 5 sense organs and the clarity of their respective consciousness change, so they are the base. That's it.
Okay.
Well, quite simple. Yeah. Okay, question number 2. Why do we name the consciousness with their sense organs instead of, with the object they focus on? Like, for example, why don't we call the form consciousness, and why do we call it the eye consciousness? Because the eye consciousness sees the form. Why don't we call it the form consciousness? Now it's your time.
Because it's relying on the awareness of the eye to see things.
It's something about the unique.
Oh, and there's unique. There are 2 factors, Dakyan and Tunmong Mayimpa. Personal factor and unique.
Yeah, like when the eyes sees a cup of coffee, everybody else could see this cup of coffee, but the unique thing for me is my eyes.
Right.
So we call this eye consciousness because it's not shared. Tummayin, right?
Yeah.
Unique. Okay. Word, if you want to read the Chinese are for your word. Your Chinese is getting really scary, so I have to do more than usual. Okay, the last question has a few parts, but it's not complicated. So it's about the relationship of the levels where the body, eyes, eye consciousness, and the form they see are. So number 1, can the eyes of lower levels rely on the body of the higher levels?
There is no such body of a higher level that would have eyes of a lower level.
But there is. For example, when you are in the first form realm.
Oh, well, I was just reading my notes. I guess I wrote that down wrong.
But they can't, because the eyes of the higher level are superior to the body of the lower level. So they wouldn't rely on the lower level body. They wouldn't go down. It feels like if you get used to living in 5-star hotels, and then if you find a crappy Airbnb, you don't want to go there. Seems like that.
Well, it's like you don't have 2 sets of eyes. You don't have 2 sets of sense organs.
That's
lower
true.
realm sense organs and higher realm sense organs.
Yeah, if there's a choice, it would rely on the higher one, and it wouldn't go to the lower one. Okay, can the eyes of lower levels see the form of higher levels? Wow, quietude.
Haggerty says no. Rob Haggerty says
No.
No.
No,
No,
Yeah.
because the lower eye can't support a higher awareness.
yeah, and I really like the example Geshe give the other day. Like, for example, the universe that a sophisticated physicist could see is beyond a normal, uneducated farmer in the bar who's drinking. Could see, they see different things. So yes, so no, the lower level eyes would not be able to see the higher level forms, which to me is there's a super beautiful message inside. I meditated on it. It's really nice. I got some really nice ideas from it. It's a good place to do cultural mining. Can the eyes of lower levels be the basis of the eye consciousness of higher level? Shugen was touching his eyeglasses. I think he want to say something. No? Okay. Oh yeah, you're correct. It's no. By shaking heads. It's due to the same reason above. Okay, the last one. It seems that people are not so excited for these things. I don't know why.
I'm very excited.
Okay.
This is class number 57 or something. People are tired.
That's true. Can the eye consciousness focus on the form of all three levels?
In theory,
It's a bad question.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
the third level has no form.
Yay!
right.
It's a
You see, I thought when we see the three levels, I have a different guess, Geshe. We
Oh.
thought the diagram, form run, and formless run. But I think it could also mean the lower one, the lower level, the same level, and the higher level.
That's possible. Yeah.
And when I check the class notes, I think it's the latter one. Let me show you.
Yes, about the 4 levels of the form room.
Yeah.
Yes,
First program is a popular place to do that from. Yeah.
right. Like a person who's in the first form run level, and then by meditating better and better, he gains the eyes of the fourth form run level. But his body, his eyes are still in the first form run because, and then so that's the question: can the eye consciousness focus on the first form run level? Of course, yes, right. It's the same level.
Mhm.
But can the eye consciousness see the lower level, which is the desire run? I think so.
Yes,
Yeah,
they can
And
see
then-
the level below them, their level, and the level above.
yeah, which is the fourth form run level, where
No,
he's
it would be the second form room level.
fourth. Well, the particular case is he's already gained the eyes of the fourth form run.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. That's my understanding. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
To me, somehow this part is deep. I don't know. It's a little bit unusual, but I gained some really nice idea from it.
Okay.
Okay, the sexy Tibetan words. I know you guys will miss this. Sell me, sell do.
Quality of eyes.
Yeah.
Qual-
Clarity. Can I say?
Clarity.
clarity. Yeah. Great.
Relative clarity.
Relative.
Okay, what is this Chinese?
Um.
Huh.
Yeah, Ming. I don't know. Ming Li. What's that second one?
Ming means bright.
I know
But
Ming.
also
What's
it could also mean 明天, tomorrow.
right?
Mei means like
Oh yeah, yeah.
darkness or something. So
Oh.
Ming Mei means bright and dark.
Bright dark. Right. Sell me. Sell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I like these two words.
Is it related to mayo? Mayo.
The sound is for me it's similar,
Oh,
but no
The
gesture.
tone is different. The tone is different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then
Port.
Comes after 9.
Uh-huh. Literally
these two
based-
words are in a couple.
Support and supported.
Yeah. The thing looking and the thing it's looking at.
Yeah, it's the table and the coffee cup.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. Can I say that which is being relied on, the basis,
Yeah. Good.
that which is relying.
Yeah. Good. Good. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Stanley, tell me the Chinese. Swo what? Swo yi?
So means like being like well, I don't know how to translate. So yi means it's being relied on. Yi means rely on.
Oh, right. Yeah, yi. And then nong yi can be relied on.
Can rely on. Can. That means
Okay.
can. Like the Chinese word for the able one. The able is this word.
Oh no, right. Can able to. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stop learning so many Chinese words. There's not many left words. Okay, Geshe-la. 2.
Oh, I get to
Okay.
supper. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, this is easy. Yeah. Okay. Mm. Let's consider the 3 consciousnesses of the nose, tongue, and body. Wang Ten. Supper Chilsumani. Wang Ten. You don't chip a tangerang supper chill. What's the cheer mean, by the way?
Chipa? Chi?
Cheer. And the second line, the end of the second line means what? Chi. What's chi cheddar? Chi cheddar.
Oh, quality and characteristic.
Yeah, and here it means generally speaking. Okay, so it's the characteristic. Sorry, it's the quality one. Okay, so here means generally speaking. Okay, so the Wang Den. What's Wang Den? Yeah, sense organ basis. That's correct. You got that correct. Wang Den means the sense organ basis. Okay, good. Which means like the eye, right? The cells at the back of the eye. Wang Den. Yuldan Chepa, along with its object, which is in the eye's case, it's colors and shapes. Tan Che. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good. That's good. So far, it's good. Yeah, on the same level. Sumba. Sumba Ni. What's the Ni mean, Stanley? Anybody?
Just that? Only that?
Yeah, only. Okay. Denny says uncount, but it's not definite, right? Okay. Good. You translated that correctly. Looking Namsheni. The body conscious could be in the lower levels. Oksar Topaya. Good. You translated that correctly. Rangasar Topani. Rangisar Topani. Dopana Sanden Domana Yubechan. A case where the awareness of touch, right? Awareness of the what we call the skin. That could be included into a lower realm, right? And it could be also included into the same level as it's on, right? That's good. Yeah, good. That's okay. That part's okay. It's a difficult sentence. Yeah, I like it so far. Yeah, that's okay. Let's do the second sentence, Danny. You can let's consider mind consciousness. And it is not necessary. Good. Nice. Yeah, good. What's Yildice? Yeah, that's the only part you didn't get, I think. Yildice.
You. Okay.
Yildice. Anybody?
Hidden object.
It could take as its object. It could take as its object. It could take as its object physical form of both higher and lower levels. Yeah. So just you have to learn the word yiltiche. Yeah. Takes as its object. Okay.
Take as its also. Oh, okay.
Takes as its object. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. That's all good. You did a good job. You did a
Thank
good job. I don't know how you can do all this in a foreign language. It's really a mystery to me.
I don't know either. It's our lawyer friend is back. He said he loved the last class.
I think he hit his head when he was driving back from our reception or something. But I'm really happy you're here, Mark, and I admire that you came. Okay, Stanley, we're ready to go to new stuff, right?
Yeah.
Hang on. Okay. I gotta put up your text. Hang on. This is somebody else's text.
By the way,
Someone
it seems
please
like
stop
someone-
making noise.
Yeah. it
playing
seems like they're
something.
talking about something.
Try not to bang things because it's very loud on the microphone. It's our fault. We're having a nice celebration.
Oh,
This is our last class in the building.
that I can't complain.
We're having our last. Okay, there's your two parts that you translated. And now we're on to part 2, which is dividing the 18 categories into Yul okay? How they become objects, okay? How they become objects. Hey, Word, can you read the Sanskrit correctly, slowly?
Hopefully. Pancha
Good.
Bahya
Bahya.
Divijnaya Yah
Yeah.
Nitya.
Good. So the what they call the quality of the vowel, the short vowel and the long vowel. Okay, short vowel in Sanskrit is like pancha. Okay, a short a without a line on it is and then a long a is Okay, so say
Ah,
yeah. All right, and in your mind, the long A should go on for 2 milliseconds. Okay, so short A 1 millisecond. Long A like that's a great pizza we had. So Panchabahya, Divisnaya, Nitya, and then when you see this H with a dot under it, in Greek it's called a rough breathing. So at the end of the word you should say yah. Okay, yeah. Good. And modern Hindi speakers corrupted to yaha, and then it ruins the meter. And so please don't do that. All right. So Niki Namche Chinga. Okay. And let's see the commentary. Let's go Stanley. And who doesn't have their mouth full in this room is Venerable Jigme is going to check you. Okay, here we go.
All right. Chisuksoke chetna churchin. Namshen nigni ki yu du ngyud wa yote. Miki rang shesok.
Nam.
Miki nam shesok nga tang yikshe ki yu duang ngyur weche.
So Stanley, I'll give you a choice here. If we go fast, you can finish 5 years of work tonight. You can finish your book and it will probably be published within the next 6 months or something. So, if we go fast, you have this object up. You guys laugh. You have this option.
Stanley,
I'm twitching.
Trap.
But if you really want to understand it, we could go really slow. I think we should, let's go
We have
fast.
32 minutes, 32 minutes.
We can do this thing. Okay, here we go. We're going to try. Okay. Be so excited to have one more book ready for publishing. Okay. Chi suki kichi ga chiyo-chen. Let's take the 5 outer objects, physical objects. Okay. The 5 outer physical objects. They are perceived by 2 different states of consciousness. Somebody tell me why. Quick.
The first 5 and the last one.
Yeah. They are perceived, for example, this can of water is perceived by the awareness of the eye, and it's also perceived by my mental awareness, okay, my 6th sense in the next millisecond, okay? Yeah, so all of the 5 physical objects of the senses are constantly perceived by 2 consciousnesses, their individual organ consciousness and the overall consciousness that says I'm seeing a can. All right, Subani, I'm moving. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
We're going to divide the 18 categories of all reality into tapa and mitapa. Stanley?
Changing and changing. Yay.
Yeah, and this whole section is 2 words: dharma, asanskarta. Okay, just a comment on the Sanskrit R with a dot under it, which is called a vocalic R. You're not going to pronounce it as
R.
R. It's not R-I, okay? It's not Krishna. It's Krishna. Got it? And if you pronounce it wrong, you mess up the meaning. And everybody in India does, okay? Dumacheki Chechen. Let's take all those things in the universe which have not been created through causes and conditions, not created through the convening of causes and conditions. Do ma che, you dan can do ne ma che beche. Okay, where these are takpa. What's it mean?
Unchanging.
Good. These are unchanging. What are you not gonna say that everyone else says?
Permanent.
Yeah, because they're not permanent. They can come to an end, but they never change. On their way to coming to an end, they never change. The translation of this by everybody else in the world as permanent is mistaken and wrong. Okay? Because it's a thing which cannot what?
Go away.
Listen, it cannot stop.
Yeah.
It can come to an end, but it cannot stop. Okay, the process of stopping is like a sine curve, right? Like this. Slowly things go out of existence. The ending of an unchanging thing is abrupt, and it doesn't get less and less and less and go. So you can say it goes out of existence, but you can't say it stopped. Okay, because stopping implies a gradual process. Okay. All right, and many, almost everybody misunderstands that point. Okay, and we're not going to belabor it. Okay, Stanley, read this next sentence. Ooh, it's a long one. Read it fast. Oh, this is why you're not going to finish your book tonight. Okay, here we go.
学者车前，王博英明其卡巴有的，车其切索瓦，台巴索
Ewa.
台瓦索啱糖，搭配王博索啱糖，南洋其王博顺的，南江其王博顺的出顺糖。 Kam kang tak mik sok nam ki kam suk shepa tut ni wambo ina Pele, Shemba, Nam, Wambor, Mashebeche.
Okay, I'm going to read it with you fast, okay? Sheja Chen, let's consider all the things in the universe. Wambo Yinming Kepa Yote. There's a difference between being a power and not being a power. And by the way, the second chapter, which hopefully you'll get to in your next term, because you'll finish the first chapter tonight, is called the presentation of the powers. And there are 22 energies within the human being, which affect their mental and physical health and their understanding of the world, okay? And some of them are what you would expect, like your eye, your ears, and some of them are not so, like your masculinity and your femininity, for example. Those are part of one of the 20, those are two of the 22. Okay, Wambo Yin Minki Kepa Yete. There's a difference between things that are powers and things that are not. Chiki Che means half of the total objects of the mental consciousness, okay? And then he lists 13 of them, okay? It's five, it's one group of five, it's a second group of five, and then a group of three, okay? And I put the groups here for you, Stanley. I went and got them for you, okay?
Oh, thank you.
So first he talks about what we call the four kinds of feeling, which is physical, what do you call it? Pleasure, physical pain, physical, what do you call it when your body feels good?
Pleasure.
Pleasure? No,
Yeah.
anyway, physical pleasure, physical pain, mental happiness, mental unhappiness, and then neutral feelings. Okay, those are the five feelings. Okay, and that's what he's referring. Those are the first five of the 13 things, which are powers. Okay. Then he says also there's the five powers that start with faith. Okay, and that's a separate set of powers. And here's the list for you, Stanley. Depa, which means what, you guys? Quick. Sandru.
Joyful effort.
Joyous effort.
Effort, which means to enjoy helping people, to enjoy doing good things. In Buddhism, is called effort. Chemba? Memory in the sense of being aware of what's going on in the room. Tingenzen.
Concentration.
Hey, Kramer, you want to make $100?
I do.
Quote this from the Yoga Sutra in Sanskrit. I'll give you the first one. Shraddha.
No, I don't know.
Shraddha,
Oh,
Virya.
Shraddha, Virya, Smriti, Samadhi, Prajna.
Yay, $100. Okay. Again. Sorry, again. Shopping. $100 for the. Yeah.
Yes.
They're also listed in the Yoga Sutra. Okay. Namjangi Wambosum. You don't know these, they're coming later. These are called the three powers of enlightenment. Okay. And they are listed here for you somewhere. I went and got them from another book for you. These are all footnote material, okay? When you have to footnote these sets of five, Stanley, I got you footnotes. Footnote raw material. And that's where did I put that? Hang on, let me find it for you. Namjang. Oh, okay. There's actually eight. What he calls three, there's actually eight. Okay, and he's just referring to the last three of the eight. Okay, the five powers are also included in the Namjangi Wamba. Okay.
But Geshe, we're talking about the object of the mental consciousness, right? So
Yeah.
maybe that.
Yeah. So there's the first five that we already had. And then Debi Nambala, Troa, Mijepa, and Sechipa. Those are the three. Okay. Troa means what, you guys? Joy. Okay. Mijepa means not to
Forget.
forget. And Sechikpa means
Single pointed.
Also,
Yeah.
single pointed state of mind.
yeah.
Okay, we did those three, which makes 13.
Sorry, Geshe-la, I didn't hear the last one.
Oh, the last one is ekagra, single pointed mind. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And actually, the last three go with the next to last five, and they're called the 8. But he's treating the last 3 of the 8 separately. Okay. Kam kanda mixanagi kam. Which of the 18? How do I say? Yeah. How many of the 18 categories, Stanley, are considered inner?
The 5 sense organ. Wait, no.
Yeah.
6 and
The 6 sense organs, including the mental sense organ, and the 6.
consciousness.
Yeah. So how many total?
12.
Yeah, right here in the bulb. Okay. Chuni. Okay. So if we consider the eye, sense power, and the other inner categories, we got 12. Okay. Those are also powers. Dele Shambanam. Wambor Mashepecher. The other sense, the other 18, the others of the 18 are not considered inner. I'm sorry, they're not considered powers. Okay. Whatever's left is not considered powers. Okay. Got it?
Mm. Mm-mm.
Sounds like James Brown's I have some bad news for you. So there's all the backup for your footnotes, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that one.
You have
Now-
to start chapter 2.
Well, we got to finish the title. In Sanskrit, the title of the book, the title of each chapter comes at the end. Okay, so
Sorry, Geshe-la,
yeah.
I didn't hear. So the 13 who are powers, which is in the Dhamma Dhatu,
Yeah.
the 5, the second set of 5 is faith, effort, memory, concentration, and the last one is
Is 3 additional ones that are called the powers of liberation or the powers of enlightenment. Okay.
well that's the 3, right? You said 5, 5, 3.
Yeah.
What's the last one of the second 5?
Let's start with faith.
It was wisdom.
Oh, wisdom.
Okay.
Like,
I didn't get that either.
is it the Abhidharma wisdom or the real wisdom?
Well, guess.
Okay, Abhidharma. Okay. Okay.
All right. Okay. All right.
All
Here.
right. Thank
By the way, wisdom in the Abhidharma can mean intellect also, right? But
Right.
really, it's a wisdom about the real nature of the world. Okay. All right. Now I want you to read the Sanskrit for good luck. Don't forget to make long A's. If there's a dot under something, it's retroflex, which means you bend your tongue back and touch the tip of your tongue to the top of your mouth. And if you do that, you will sound like somebody from a certain country. That's called retroflex. All right. So it's very simple. If there's a dot under a letter, pronounce it with the tip of your tongue touching the middle of the top of your mouth. Okay, like this. You take this, stretch your tongue back, and you are talking like that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And if it doesn't have a dot under it, just pronounce it, as we normally do. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Abhidharma.
No, not Abhidhar.
Abhidharma.
Short A. Abhidharma.
Abhidharma. Kosha. Bas.
Okay.
Her.
Bashe. Very good. Very good.
Basher.
Very
Okay.
good, young man. Very good, young man.
Thank you. Thank you. Da to near the soul. Nama.
Yeah, so you can see a big difference between these two sh sounds, right? If it has a dot under it, it's sha, sha, sha. If it has a slash over it, it's sha, sha, sha.
Oh, sure.
And it's a big, big difference, okay? If you don't know the difference, you can never be good in Sanskrit, okay? You'll be like those Germans who say Jeep for cheap, okay? Or cheap for Jeep, I don't know, okay? They mix up, okay? All right, please read Stanley. Oh, we'll go straight to the commentary, here we go. Well, what's that say at the bottom?
Well, that I can read.
Hey, 5 years of hard work. And I remember you suffered through the first year, I think. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I'm still suffering, by the way.
Yeah, that's your girlfriend. Okay. All right.
Lair?
Leo.
Liu?
Liu? Liu Jepale Kamdemba Shejapa Dekne Dambo Lekbar Shepa Inde Sik Dunki Gune Lekbar Shepe Chiro.
Good. Sheja Chichen, who's going to tell me for $20? It represents what kind of reason? What kind of logical statement?
I mean, this is an artificial one.
Yeah, okay, $20 for Dr. Kramer. It's just artificial. He wants to put it in debate format. So he says, as his classical example, he says, hey, let's take all the stuff in the world. Okay, when you see that, you know he's making an artificial argument, okay? Hey, let's take all the stuff in the world. What? This is the Lekpa Shepa. Going backwards, okay? Lekpa Shepa. Like She.
The well-spoken.
Yeah, this is the well-explained commentary to the Ne Dumbo.
First chapter.
First chapter.
Yeah, which is called Kamdemba.
Presentation on the world.
Yeah, the 18 categories, a presentation of the 18 categories, a breakdown of all the things that exist in the universe, small subject matter. Lei, which is part of Chen number Z.
Uh-oh.
Stanley, Chen number Z.
The Abhidharma kosher, right?
Yeah, good. The treasure house of higher knowledge, okay? Which is put into Karika, say Karika. Karika. It means it's in verse. It's not prose. It's poetry. It was written in poetry. Why? Yeah, Chinam Sache Saba Menama Dobe Duji Nansache Kaji Deda Lasanam Kundi Geba Gelangi Den Same Langi Demba Danduma China Singing to Nanga Dani Gopa Nidela Nanga Maripo. Lots of people.
Maybe also it's because it was expensive to use papers, so they try to write as less as possible.
But Stanley, it wasn't paper.
Oh, palm leaves, even more, right? More expensive.
They're not expensive in South India. Come on.
Wait, they're not? Oh, okay.
Nah. Well, it's hard to write a big book on a palm leaf, I'll tell you.
And then if you're going to have to write a big fat auto commentary after everything you write, it's not exactly saving paper.
Yeah, you don't write it. You scratch it with a needle on a palm leaf and then you rub charcoal into it. So that's a little slow. Okay. Okay, then you drill a hole through the page to connect all the pages with a string. What's the string called?
Sutra.
Sutra. And that's where the word sutra came from. Okay, as good luck, let's start the next chapter. Okay, I think we have, well, we can actually do we can do 15 minutes on it. Presentation of the powers, the 22 powers. Please read, Stanley. Tim wants to check you on these first two lines, first two parts.
Okay. Zeki neki nekni be tika shokso.
Dr. Kramer, translate.
Yeah, here is a commentary to the second chapter of the Kosha.
Good. Okay. And the word chapter is book specific. The word for chapter is different in each classical book. And if somebody says I'm studying Ne Nipa, you know it's the second chapter of the Abhidharma Kosha. What if they say they're studying Takpa?
Abhidharma.
Okay. Yeah. What if they say they're studying Samke Sumba?
Chandrakirti?
Yeah, Chandrakirti. Good. Okay. It's which he calls his chapter compassions. First compassion, second compassion. Okay. So I guess that's the author's right. Okay, Stanley, keep going. Did we do this? No.
Nipa Yu Chen one boy rat. Yes, yeah.
Nice.
One boy near Ni ki rangshin. Duk je ki chen nam ki get su.
Good.
You can Dre
Jay.
Bui
Yep.
Jung Su Ki Gurney Shepa Tang Su.
Nice. Very nice. Good pronunciation. Nipa yu chen wan be rab ye shepala. What's shepa mean, you guys?
Explanation.
Rabye means a division, okay? And this second chapter treats the Wangos. Here he clarifies that they are Yulchen. And we had a big discussion of that in Adam's text. Yeah.
Subject state of mind.
Subject state of mind.
Well.
So the topic of the second chapter is going to be subject states of mind or powers, called powers. Okay. And there's going to be 3 categories. Now in the ancient texts, you don't put a header on each section. You tell them all the sections ahead of time. And then after that, you just say first, second, third, fourth. So, our translation standard is to go put them where they belong in the English. But here's the whole chapter is going to be divided into 3 parts. Wambo Nyer Niki Rangshin. Each set of 10 in Tibetan, like 20, 30, 40, when you say 21, 22, 23, you have to put an identifying syllable between 20 and 1. And it's different, and it's different than the one between 30 and 1. Okay, so the 20 word that's used for the 20s is near. Okay, what's the 31?
So
41.
Shay.
Hey, what's the 51?
Ah.
Okay, like that. Okay, so here we have, he doesn't have to say 22. He just says near, ni. Yeah. 22. Okay. T2. Okay. T2. What's the nature of the 22 powers? And then he's going to explain how duches kie.
All right.
Yeah. What does duche mean?
Something that comes about due to the convenience of causes and conditions.
Exactly.
Oh gosh.
Yes, Human Dictionary has finally started to reveal his true voice. Okay. How do cause things start? And then how do gyus, kians, and debus? Okay. What do you call that? Gyud and demo. Yeah. It's in Chinese, Stanley. I used to know.
Ingwo.
Yingguo.
Okay.
I think I said it right, Stanley.
Oh, okay.
You got it.
You can send Stanley a bill, Nick. You can't Jungsu. How do causes happen? How do factors happen? How do results happen? And that's going to be our treatment of the 22 powers. Keep going, Stanley. Use every second you have. Even though you're young, you will see it will quickly evaporate.
Yes. Kesha, can I ask you one question?
Yes, it's less than 1 minute.
Yes. Do you translate the factor or conditions? Because usually it's cause and condition, right?
We're gonna get a discussion of that in whose text tomorrow?
Sugan?
Yeah, We're studying causation in Sugeng's text tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. If you really want to know the answer, get up.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I would say I would say factor. When I was translating, it's karana in Sanskrit, karana, which means factor. So I would probably say factor. If you're and as you'll see in Sugeng's text, if you're distinguishing between gyus and kens, you would call them causes and conditions. Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
All right.
One more question. Sorry, Kishan.
There's over a minute.
In the Sanskrit, does this word has anything to do or any relationship with the Sanskrit word for dependence? Because the Chinese, they use the same words.
Oh yeah, it's a heavily used in the discussion of dependent origination. Yeah, and that's why we're studying the four kens. Yeah.
Ah, okay. But it is not the same word.
It is the same word. Yeah, karana. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had it in Sugeng's text by the same author.
Okay, cool.
Okay, please read. You still got 5 minutes, I think.
Yes.
I just want to point out that you have prevented me from eating my salad, but I did have time to eat the pizza. God bless you. Okay, next.
Gambola, one boy chokpe gyur sen, one boy rang
Tang,
tang
tang,
tange
change.
change. Oh, sorry, change. Goborak ye.
Whoa, what's that?
Oh,
Ngo.
Yeah, good. Okay, well, double up. What's the Gyutsen? What's the reason why we can establish something as being a power? You know, what makes something a power and what makes something not a power? Okay. What do you have to do to be a power? Okay. Then we're going to treat the Chang'e, human dictionary. Can you tell me what is Chang'e? This is not the DR Chang'e.
Yeah, the exact number.
Yeah, why it's 22 and not 21 and not 23. So Chang'e implies that number, no less, no more. Okay. And Ngo means kind of like the definition of each power. Okay. So when you see Ngo, Stanley, you can think Tenyi. It's almost the same. Okay. When you have a list. Okay. And Rabye means Yewa, the classifications.
Yeah.
So we're going to cover the powers in these 4 categories. Okay, Stanley, keep going. You can actually translate this part without me. I could start my salad.
Gambola, rak to
Chedrak.
Chedrak to ma we luk tam. De be luk ni. Tamboni.
Yay.
Good, Paula, help him read this. Not difficult.
Ampo la.
Stanley, what's Dumbula?
Oh. Wait, first. Oh,
Great.
Yeah.
Ida Buffen.
第一部分. Okay, got it.
Okay. I show off one of my 3 Chinese words.
What was the first one from above?
Uh-oh.
That's what we're doing.
What determines what is a power or not?
Nice. Okay. Then
And Chedrak, that's part of Chi Chedrak. So what's the Chedrak part?
Chedrak part.
it
Is it
says
gender
Quality and
characteristic?
yeah. And so Luke, do you remember? Luke?
So, I don't
It's
remember.
a system.
It's a system. Oh,
System.
wait, is it?
And then Mawa is
Is it the
to
first
speak.
first 2 schools?
Yeah. What are they?
Abhidharma and the Sutrist.
Yeah, detailist and sutrist. Okay. Okay, good. All right. We still have some time, right? Let's do the first verse, Stanley.
Okay.
2 minutes.
Ngapo namni dung shila wang ye shin nam ni la lo nga tang chepo te nam ni kung ne nyomung nam changla
Namjala.
namjala.
So I was trying to memorize this book like 40 years ago, and I had a chance to be the chauffeur for a high lama, who's a teacher of the High Lama, and somebody was bragging to him that I knew Abhidharma, and Kyongla, who's 98 now, and so he turned to me and he quoted this verse. So I'll never forget it. And so I knew it. And I told him what it meant and he freaked out. So anyway, here you go. Then he quoted the 5th chapter to me and I said, I don't know. Okay. Changing. So we're going to discuss this verse in Sikden and Tachebo. The meaning of the 6. What's 6, Stanley?
The words?
Yeah, the words. And then Tim's going to tell us what Tachepa is because he's going to translate the Sherchen Tache.
It's the dialectical analysis or something.
Mhm.
Yay.
Dialectic analysis. Okay, dialectic analysis. And dialect is just a fancy word for there's going to be two people arguing. The format of the book is debate format. Okay. Have time, Stanley. Read fast.
Oh, we're at time again.
Oh, okay. That's probably a good start. Okay. That's probably a good start. Okay.
Yay. Okay.
Hey, Stanley. So congratulations on your first book. And I know the press is going to get that out in a week or two. Probably. They all had breakdowns last week. But that's another subject. Okay. Because you guys are finishing too many books. That's the problem.
You're selling too many books.
I'm selling too many books. I'm not selling books. I'm trying to save them. Okay, stopped here at 12. Stopped.
Thank you for the journey, Geshe-la. It's a
Thanks for having the courage. What year are you going to finish? I forgot.
Originally 2046, but now it's 2033.
Oh,
Wow.
woo. All right. Okay. Congratulations, though. It's the first chapter is the main one, and all Buddhism for 2,000 years was based on the first chapter. So if you know the contents of the first chapter, you can study everything else. So it's a big achievement. I mean, very, very few people on this planet get through the first chapter. So congratulations for that. Yeah.
And one thing to report to you, Geshe, the system has sinking into my housekeeping system. It's really helpful.
Arranging the universe into categories has made your house more clean or something?
Something like that, both inside and outside. Yes.
Okay. I'll check that with Allison, make sure.
Yeah, please.
Hey, Allison, if he can turn on a vacuum cleaner, he's better than 25% of all husbands. Okay.
5%.
Yay.
See you guys.
Awesome, Stanley. Congratulations. Thank you, Geshe-la. It's amazing. Congratulations.
See you in 5 minutes.
We have 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
Ooh, I can eat the salad. Okay. And thank you, Dr. Dickerson, for being our attorney. And thank you for helping us get our university going in Japan. I think it's going to be amazing. And we're all very grateful to you.
Yeah.
It's an honor.
Cool.
Take care.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
I almost left the meeting.
Are we still on?